Well, hello there everyone, it's Liam Carlson here, and we are checking out episode 2, season 2 of Peacemaker. Excited to get into this. So yeah, like I mentioned in last week's video, I guess this is a little bit earlier than I had planned, because I wasn't sure when I was going to react to episode 2 of season 2 of Peacemaker. So it's, I guess, a day later than it should usually be. However, I am going to be away or this upcoming week, should I say, and it will definitely be a bit of a longer wait for me to get to episode 3 because I do not return until the Monday, so Monday the 8th of September. So it will probably come out on the Tuesday, episode 3, so yeah, but like I said, this episode 2 is coming out a bit earlier than I anticipated, because I think I wasn't planning on releasing episode 2 until like, you know, the Monday or Tuesday, but I wasn't sure, I wasn't definitively sure, so yeah, it's a little earlier, and it's all well and good, so yeah, but like I said, episode 3 is definitely going to be a bit more, a few days later than the norm. So yeah, but onwards, as we have established, I guess, is it really the first foray of Peacemaker in the DCU? Because the ending of season 1 is a little bit different, isn't it? As we found out in the previously section, of course, with Gunn kind of retconning things to fit into the DCU, so yeah. No, in all seriousness, it was really great to see how things, you know, kickstarted for season 2, especially with the prospect of this other universe that Peacemaker can interact with. I mean, it's going to be a mandate, isn't it, with the fact that he killed his own doppelganger. So yeah, but his brother is alive, his dad is alive. They are, you know, one big happy family. But of course, we have to wait and see where things go with that family as well, because whereas they do seem to be revered, we don't know what they are like in terms of, are they Nazis themselves, and is this world just, you know, basically emulating the world if Elon Musk took over? So yeah, but we'll have to wait and see where things go. This is episode number 2 of season 2 of Peacemaker. Let's go.
But I'm not sure the president had any other options, so...
My old pal Rick Flag.
We're old pals now?
Thought we were.
Now.
Are you sucking up to me right now, Economist?
Just a little.
It's not gonna work.
He tried.
Yeah,
You can't blame him for trying. Yeah.
And any actions taken were under the order of Waller, and
Yeah,
most
he's
of us
trying to
didn't
cover
even
up for...
Get me the fucking files, John.
Shit.
Yes, sir.
He's trying to cover up for his bud, but...
Peacemaker.
What a joke.
What a joke.
Now, I'm sure that line has been kind of memed as well, but there is such a heavy toll, like, with
Sir. I want a surveillance unit on Christopher Smith.
With him reading that.
24/7.
Oh God! I've got to cover up the murder of me. Jesus Christ! Take the helmet off. Strip him naked! It's nothing you've not seen before! He is you!
You still have those bone saws?
I'm sorry, but that's gotta be kind of fucked up if, I mean, you cutting yourself in the set, like cutting yourself to bits and pieces in a sense? But if you, oh no. If you're cutting yourself to bits and pieces, like a version of you, of course. Yeah.
You're salty for no reason.
Oh, for no reason?
I mean...
No reason. Okay, other than you changing every single aspect of our relationship, every single plan that we had overnight. We were supposed to be going back to Gotham, Lee.
You don't want to go there! Why? I think you don't want to go. We were supposed to go to Gotham. I think she just did you a solid. Yeah. I mean, of course, it's a bit, like, I guess biased, because, yeah. I don't think much of the shenanigans, because I think Batman is established, but I don't think much of the shit show. Yeah, I don't think it's been too deep in shit, if that makes sense. But still, why on earth would you want to go to Gotham? Why? That's just like, you know what? I want to dance with Lucifer, and then I want to have dinner with Beelzebub. Yeah, you may as well do that. Although dancing with Tom Ellis.
Often we get trapped in a cycle and we think what's happening to us is okay. And
I mean, that's it though. She doesn't know what happened, but still.
I appreciate it. That's not what this is.
Yeah. It's still a very important message.
You got a good view there, Beaker?
Beaker?
he's a muppet.
You are so uncultured!
A little.
And that's bad.
Who's Beaker?
It's not good.
Beaker.
Can't discharge that firearm while it's still in the holster. But
Oh,
I
shit.
will do it slowly because I'm polite.
I should get a call if somebody's coming.
A secret knock.
Ginger cool. You mind if I call you that? Ginger cool?
Yeah, I really do fucking mind.
I like him. I like Flurry. Yeah, you just... Wow! This dude just comes in, waltzes into my van, calls me names, steals my shit.
You having a crisis of conscience here, Economos?
No.
What is...
Is that why Bordeaux sent me to babysit you?
What is this guy's
I'm
deal?
just doing my job like I
He's
do every day,
massaging
okay?
him.
I don't give a shit.
Of course not. You're ginger cool.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You don't want me to come in?
Oh, God.
What's the deal with the parrot?
That's an eagle. It's a bald eagle.
You just insult the
symbol
bald
of
eagle?
America. Are you telling me you
The
don't
symbol
recognize
of
what kind
America?
bird that is?
Okay, you obviously have not read my dossier. I have bird blindness.
Bird blindness?
I can't tell the difference between one type of bird and another. Really fast wings, hovers.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I only know
What
about
about
that
an
because I
emu?
read it. To me, they look and move just like any other bird.
Wow.
Wow.
Methodist, are you having a secret dimensional portal in your bedroom right now?
It's a bit of a
Same point.
stretch.
Fine. Fucking congratulations, Anna, you're the winner of the conversation. We'll get you your gold medal and your congratulatory watch and, you know, your fucking many awards to shower you with. Let's all get together and do a big fucking dance routine. Yeah, that's right. Great.
Yeah, like
40,000
the
people
intro.
Fucking dancing.
He's just a friend.
That motherfucker looked like he caught all the Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
What?
No, I don't.
Super nerd.
Pokemon is plural, not Pokemon.
Yeah!
Well,
And I don't know much Pokemon, but it's not Pokemon. Don't know much, aka I don't know shit.
Well, that's gross.
What?
There was no time at all between her flushing that toilet and coming out of the bathroom. That means she didn't wash her hands at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Priorities.
Personally, I don't think God is sex because, like, it's sex. I'm into sex because, like a lot of people, it's an opportunity to bond with my best friend.
That's not like a lot of people.
Oh,
I'm not a
Adrian,
pervert,
I
is
love
what
you.
I'm saying. I don't quote unquote like sex.
Shut the door.
I love him. I just love him.
The thing with Smith.
Yeah, I know what she means. Yes. Why?
He says he'll be there with bells on.
With
He said he'll be there with bells on.
Flurry
Well,
is
I
just
added
his worst
bells,
nightmare.
From another dimension.
Yes.
It's exactly the same as ours, except everything's better.
Yep.
Dude, that's sick.
Believe me, it's not.
But why? I'd love to meet a me that's me except better.
Dude, believe me, you don't want to meet yourself. It's chilling.
Plus, if you've watched the Arrowverse, I don't think he would want to meet a version of a certain version of Adrian Chase, if you know what I mean. Cough, Arrow, cough. Yeah. So don't. Oh my God!
Cool helmet.
I love that's the first thing he's fixated on. The cleaning, Jesus. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, that. Oh! Oh god.
Fuck off!
Of course they had a history.
Oh, Chris, turn that off. Oh my God.
Like a bottle of champagne, a housewarming thing.
Isn't a housewarming gift solely for people who just moved into a new home?
No, it's any gift that you give to someone in their house.
Be considerate.
It warms the house.
No, it's not. It's just for...
It's probably 50% of people, but a lot of people are more considerate, and they will come back. So in case this hick is one of those people, we won't get caught with our pants down.
I just love it. He's judging them so much.
On.
Duh.
They're chilling. God's sake!
Oh, okay.
Don't do it again,
Wait,
Adrian!
yeah.
No, no!
Oh, okay.
Just hand it to him.
And I'll just...
The 11th Street kids. We came, we motherfucking rocked it. No matter how far away we are from each other, even our boy Economos, no one will ever break us apart.
I love this though!
Yeah.
Where do you think we are? Fucking Berkeley? How else am I gonna remember you? You know what? You just got demoted.
Number
Your
1,
new name
2,
is barely
3,
legal.
4, A, B, C. Barely. Wow!
Okay, now it's
Fuck.
Cupid doll.
This is a dimensional discrepancy. This is major, man.
This is a problem. Oh my god! Are you really willing to shoot a bald eagle? Get him, Eagly. Eagly is just solo. Oh my god!
Fuck. Hang in there, titties. You're gonna be okay.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Pay me all your dirty money. I'm your favorite monkey. Watch me go.
They're even giving Eagly a slow-mo badass walk. Oh, I love that. I love this.
What's up with that? Your guess is good as mine.
I love this bonding now.
You doing okay though?
Hello, yes?
You seem a little stressed.
Okay, well,
I mean,
it's the job.
yeah, if Argus is up your ass.
I've had crippling anxiety since I was a kid.
Oh no.
I don't think I'm gonna change that much now.
Shit.
I know. Anxiety
Oh, what are you
is
doing?
an
What are you
asshole.
fucking doing?
I love you, brother.
You love alcohol.
Oh, fucking duck attacked me.
Wait,
We gotta get these people to a hospital. We gotta go.
the fuck?
So that's your theory here?
Not a theory. Just a thought I had I couldn't shake.
That I go around trying to get into fights.
I don't know what you do.
You wear a
It's
costume
just-
and go out and beat the shit out of people.
Feeling lost and
Maybe it takes one to know
self-destructing.
one.
Yeah, you'd like me to be some sort of damaged, broken bird. Because, water seeks its own level and all that. Sorry. I'm not as fucked up as you, Chris.
I never said you were.
Oh. I feel like this is gonna push Chris to going into that other world despite Adrian.
My guy. You're the best. You're the best. Hey.
I was gonna say, I don't. Does that work? Cause she's in a she's in a different universe. There's gonna be no, like, dimensional signal, Chris. I hope he closed his door.
Yeah, Keith, you find anything? No. No one knows where he is. You call that Karen girl the one he's...
The Karen girl?
You don't use pills again, do you?
Pills. What pills? I feel like he's got a chance in his head.
Well, I'm sorry. Pokemon's grammar is not my bag, man. When you were learning that, I had 2 hot bitches sucking my dick.
What did they look like?
Yeah,
One
he's
was
full of
blonde,
shit.
One was bald.
Yeah, where was this?
In Portland, Oregon.
All right. He's
Real
so...
hot. Super hot.
Nah, he's so full of shit. I don't care. He's so full of shit. Fleury. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you're going to root against him. And what Eagly did was just spectacular. We love Eagly. But I love him. But yeah, like with Chris, he had that final ounce of hope, didn't he? With that reunion with the 11th Street Kids. But it all just fell apart and he just, yeah. So, yeah. But I'm still wondering, like, I'm just wondering what the pills are. Because, I mean, we don't know what this Earth's Chris was like. Because obviously your doppelgangers are all going to be different. Hence why it's so funny with, and tragic with Adrian, like, oh, I want to meet my doppelganger. You don't want to meet your Arrowverse doppelganger, just saying. No, but that's it though. With your doppelgangers are going to be different. And I do wonder what these pills could be, because I do think that they could lead to something bigger. Maybe something more nefarious, like correctional medication or something like that, because I'm still keeping an eye on what this world's going to be like, because yeah, the dynamic is strong, but what if it's all orchestrated? And what if, you know, his dad and his brother are just assholes, just straight from the get-go, and this world is rotten to the core? Maybe a world dominated by Nazis, because that is one suggestion given what we know of Chris's dad in the DCU, on I guess Earth 1, Earth Prime, whatever. And again, of course, there are going to be differences, and that's why I do hope that he is not an asshole, and all of that is Chris's dad. But it would make things a bit more harder for him to leave, unless Flag Senior takes everything away from Chris, like Chris took everything away from from Senior. So I am just spitballing a bunch of theories at this moment, but it's good to speculate. The Eagerly fight sequence was just epic. I mean, even incorporating Fleury's bird blindness, I'm gonna see if that is an actual thing, because that is it does feel like it could be a legitimate thing, but also at the same time Fleury is full of it as well. Like that ending segment with him and Economos, and you know, he was telling him about, oh, you know, I had this with these 2 women. Like, I'm like, that's full of shit. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, there is, of course, how to take care of visually impaired birds, but that's not the thing. So I'm guessing it is full of shit. Again, I mean, it seems like something that is unheard of, but can be real. But at the same time, you also got to take into account Fleury's the fact that he's so full of it. So yeah, Economos was just like he was so done with his shit. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was that fight sequence was just great. Especially fucking duck attacked me. Yeah. Parrot, duck, what else? Oh man. It was just really, really amazing, that fight sequence. I never knew I needed an Eagerly fight sequence where he just he just solos 5 noobs, 5 idiots and all of that. And yeah, it was just pure. James killed it. James did great. So yeah. But again, I didn't know I needed that, but here we are. But yeah, it's just a very interesting season so far in terms of, especially with where some of the characters are at, like especially with like the exchange between Harcourt and Chris. They're both in similar positions, feeling completely, you know, bottom of the barrel. They hit rock bottom. They're both completely lost. So yeah, and again, I do like to imagine that the reunion, whilst it was great for the most part, and I definitely got a touch of I don't know, I don't want to say nostalgia or anything like that, but it definitely was warming, like especially thinking back to, you know, COVID era and all of that, where I mean, I know 2020 was a shit year for pretty much everyone, but I know I was definitely feeling it for like multiple reasons, you know, not COVID related and all of that. And I just felt like it was one of the most depressing moments of my life, 2020, 2021. So yeah, even 2019. But I do know that, you know, hanging out with my online friends and all of that would always put a smile to my face, even, you know, during the dark times. Like, you know, a few hours before might have been completely miserable, and then a few hours later I'd just be laughing my you know, guts out with my friends because someone said something, you know, ludicrous, or we're just having a great time in Minecraft, etc. So it kind of gave reminiscence, especially like I said with Chris, with Harcourt. Well, everyone else is pretty much struggling, really, in a sense. I know Economos and Adrian are just, I guess, kind of flourishing in a sense. I mean, Adrian always, because, yeah. But you had that Leota and Economos scene where they are catching up, and it was a really, really great moment. I thought it was going to veer into a bit of a depressing angle, because when he said, "Do you do this often?" and all of that, just individually. So yeah, but it was a really, really wholesome moment. But of course, Leota is also having her own issues with like with multiple things, especially her ex. Who wants to move back? Who wants to move to Gotham? Like, that's a massive, like, who the fuck wakes up and is like, I want to move to Gotham? Fuck that! Red flag! So, yeah. But again, that scene was just great, with just them two. So, yeah, but, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of, fractures going around, like, especially between, I know with Chris and with Harcourt, they're both in similar ruts, I would say, in terms of not being able to pick their feet up the ground and just feeling completely lost. Because with Chris, he just feels like, well, Peacemaker, what a joke, right? I mean, that line was pretty significant, not just in terms of the ramifications it would have done to Chris at that moment when he killed Rick Flag Jr., of course. But also, I mean, again, it's a moment where you see Rick's dad reads that file, and it's just, yeah, it's just really heartbreaking. But going back to that quote, I mean, that's it. After what happened at the ending of last season, and with him failing to get into the Justice gang, and just completely, like, he doesn't feel like he's achieved anything. Chris is just completely down in the dumps and feels completely useless and does feel like a joke. So to have that appreciation, and not just appreciation, like seeing those news articles, but to have his, you know, dad, not dad, I guess, and his brother, not brother, love him, and there's no, there is no distance, there is no strain, there is no hatred. Yeah, I mean, we saw how heartbroken he was because, I mean, his brother mainly being alive, being the thing that really is heartbreaking. But it's just heartbreaking just to acknowledge the fact that they are there having a nice moment. I mean, yeah, they might have ragged on Chris and all of that, you know, for the bants, but it's still a heartbreaking thing when you know in your world your dad was a piece of shit, and of course blame like holds you really, really responsible for what happened to your brother. Not just that though, but you think back to, I think it was episode 7 when Chris's dad died, and he just absolutely broke down, even though he had to do what he had to do, right? So and there is that moment where you wished things could have been a little bit different. So I guess kind of like with his brother, although that is a little bit different, obviously, with the fact that, I mean, it was an accident and all of that, and there was no intent whatsoever or anything like that, and there was no real animosity. But you do, like, especially if you've got a parent who is just a piece of shit, you do wish that things were a little bit different. And it's just heartbreaking. And thus, we have this whole situation in season 2 where his dad may be like a person that Chris wished for. So, again, we don't know the full details, likewise with Chris as well, because he is just entering this whole new world. But from a little glance, it just means so much to him, doesn't it? And it's just heartbreaking. And that's why it was always inevitable that he would start to try and make himself at home on this other Earth. Now, will that bite him in the ass? Oh, most definitely. Because I don't know if he... Well, I don't know if he closed that door in his world. But also, with B, there is this whole situation where ignorance could be bliss. There is that situation where there might be something nefarious. I am concerned about what, because I think it was his dad on the phone. I don't, I'll have to go back, to check. But yeah, he said something about pills, and that could mean anything. So it could be, because we don't know what this Chris was like, of course, but, again, it could mean anything in terms of, you know, behavior correctional medication, or it could be, you know, something devastating for that world's Chris, to be fair. So, because he could be dying for all we know. It could be anything. But again, we just don't know what this Chris is like, what this Chris is like. To be fair, we don't know what his dad is like. We know he's a piece of shit on this world, but he could be something different in this world, and that's what I'm hoping. But I just can't help but feel that there might be something nefarious going on. And yeah, it might look like they're all one big happy family, but this Chris might be a piece of it might be worse than who Chris is. I mean, obviously, the Chris in the DCU isn't a saint, but he might be 1,000 times better than the Chris he just killed. So, yeah. I gotta say, though, Vigilante just absolutely in euphoria. It's so mental that they can do a scene like that where Chris is losing it emotionally and he is just going through the ringer. And again, you do feel so bad for him. And then you got Vigilante who's just minding his own business, who's just living the life. Yeah. again, I just love him. I just love him. But again, I've always said, like, well, I've said a few times, especially with season 2, that he's one of my favorite, if anything, favorite autistic coded characters. So, yeah. He was just great. Was vigilante, especially the last scene at the party. Just Jesus. But yeah. Flurry, I just cannot get over. Asshole, definitely. Is he hilarious though? Yeah, sure. He just has this way where he's just... Yeah, we know he is a dick, and he's got his squad trying to jeopardize this whole thing and potentially put Chris back in the slammer. But it's just... Like, even... like when he was going over with his team and all of that, and they were discussing about housewarming gifts, and he was judging them so bad because of the lack of candor, the lack of respect, versus how, you know, considerate Flurry is. I just love that. And I just love that it's not all, you know, smoke and mirrors, the hilarious act that he had when it came to... I mean, obviously, we know, like I said, we know he's an asshole, and we know he's, you know, not too great. But there were just certain quirks about him, and it's just great. It's just really fantastic. So, yeah. I'm kind of glad that he did survive that absolutely embarrassing humbling from Eagly, but because that opens the door for many more moments with Flurry, and I'm just excited for it. So, especially, like I said, Economos is so done with his shit, so it's great. But yeah, it's great though. Yeah, it is great, this episode. I mean, yeah, it was really devastating, that exchange with Harcourt and Chris, especially with, yeah, like, he does want the best, I feel like, with Harcourt, and she's just seeing something else when it comes to Chris, and, you know, how he was checking up on her and all of that, so yeah. But we know that Harcourt and Chris were something. They were something. There was that heartbreak at the end of things. So, which I don't know if that kind of suggests that, you know, we know that she's with someone else. Most likely Rick Flag Jr. But it does feel like there might be still feelings lingering or whatever. So, yeah. Especially if he's still got pictures and whatnot on his phone. So, and if she sent that heartbreak emoji, like, hey. Yeah, so. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah. But, yeah. It is just sad with the DCU, Chris and Harcourt. You know, he wants to try, she can't see it. Man, but yeah, it was just great, this episode, but eagerly MVP. What a sequence. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!